sailing the Tangaroa.
We're just inland and we've come across this, would have been like a gun outpost. There's a heap of old Gauv 44s, which are really good quality. Like, they don't make stuff like this anymore, and they're all filled with rocks. Well, they had Jap planes flying over here and that, and they shot down a few Japanese planes. And these might have been artillery bunkers left over from World War II, so probably around 1942, 43. Yeah, well, we believe it's a 50 caliber machine gun placement. So, pretty cool.
Awesome.
Good song.
So we've just been hanging in a place called Honeymoon Bay. We had to go down there to get some water. So right now we've sailed just north of Honeymoon and we're out at some islands. Now we're just beaching the Tanga because the growth on the bum is just getting hideous again. And yeah, it's been about a month since we last did it at Crocodile Creek, and it's really slowing us down. The last few weeks we've been trying to find a place to beach, and just with the tides, and we've had some strong winds also, it's been really difficult to find the right sandy beach. Anyway, so this is our last resort, and we've found a beautiful little beach. Just nudged up to it at the moment, and now out at these islands we've heard quite a few stories about massive crocs living out here, and as soon as we came into this beach I've noticed one hanging off the back out near the rocks there, just checking us out. So not the best place to be doing this, but we're heading around Cape Londonderry, which is a pretty notorious cape. It's the most northern cape in Western Australia. So we're heading around there with some light winds, and hopefully tomorrow. Cape Londonderry is quite notorious. It's, yeah, a really bad cape with lots of water movement, and yeah, it can be quite dangerous in the wrong conditions. So there's a bit of action around here. There's turtles, I've seen a shark, there's some eagles, beautiful beaches. Yeah, we're just going to have to be on croc watch when we're dry, which is going to be this afternoon. So that's going to keep us on our toes. It's definitely not the best place to do it, but we're out of options, unfortunately. She's on a pretty big slope, but we got her done. She's got a clean bum. Now it's time for a fire on the beach. Just sailing around Cape Londonderry. It's very light conditions and it's still pretty uncomfortable, so wouldn't be very nice in some strong winds, I don't think. We ended up having an amazing run around Cape Londonderry with calm weather and a beautiful breeze behind us. This was due to good planning and our trusty sat phone, so we were really happy on rounding another cape with favourable weather.
There's no turning back, no turning back to the show.
So we're just coming up the famous King George River. It's pretty spectacular. I'm very excited to be here and excited to get in the freshwater pools up top of the waterfalls. There's not a lot of water running at the moment, but that's okay. Yeah, just happy to be here. Cool, we've just come across this rope ladder. We're going up.
This is meant to be a waterfall, but it's only just trickling. Here's Han coming up there. We're up at King George.
Falls, I think this is called. my god.
Pretty radical.
This is radical.
Still got
You
to
wouldn't
go.
want to
All
be
that
afraid
way.
of heights. Wow, fresh water. We're just coming up to the first pool. Oh my gosh! Wow.
And we're on bore water in our jerry cans and it's like yellow and it's disgusting. So we're pretty stoked to be here, even though it's not really flowing. But this big freshwater pool and this dirty old shirt, it's time to go in.
Nice.
Oh, so good.
Just heading down. It's pretty bloody steep.
But I hope you know that I miss it so bad. The nights we spent out on our own on the eastern coastline, looking for the wild times, and our worlds are spinning out of time. And I remember singing the brown-eyed girl, taking the long way home, and we would never fall, and the skies were never high enough to keep it all from blowing up. But this is all we knew, and so when the moment comes, I'll be heading straight back home to you.
Just cruising up the river to our next little anchorage, and these cliffs are amazing. Definitely one of the most specky places we've been in the Kimberleys.
We were never meant to be just two lost teens between one of the seven seas. And I remember watching your heart hit the floor.
We're just coming to the end of the river where the Twin Falls are. So we're just anchored at the King George River. It is amazing, so beautiful. The cliffs behind me are stunning. The sun is setting. We had a really good trip around Cape Londonderry, which is a bit notorious for being pretty rough and like a bit of a washing machine. We picked the right weather. We had a nice light nor'wester the whole way. We were pretty stoked about that. And now we're gonna hang in the King George River for about 4 or 5 days, then wait for some weather to head to the Berkeley River, and then across the Gulf and onto Darwin's. Well, this is one of the last big places that we're going to be exploring in the Kimberley region. So we're gonna do some trekking around here, do a big walk up the gorge tomorrow and up the top of the Twin Falls.
So we're at King George Falls in the Kimberley, and it is as dry as a chip.
Literally.
Which is a bit of a shame because I don't think we're going to be coming back for a little while, but anyway.
Oh, it's still specky, man.
Pretty cool. And if you look out to the left here, you'll see one of many cruise ships that likes to come up here. That is insane.
What do you reckon?
Oh, it's just, I just can't believe there's no water, but it's pretty specky. Have a look how much water there is.
So we're just up the King George River. We're about to do the trek up to the top of the Twin Falls, which is the highest waterfall in Western Australia.
So you can see Tangaroa down in the gorge there. You can see why it's a draw card location here in the Kimberley. And I'd have to say that it's probably one of the most spectacular locations that we've ever taken the boat. What do you reckon, Hannah?
Definitely. Yeah, it's up there. It's incredible.
Yeah, of all the amazing places we've taken Tangaroa, this would be in the top of the list of most spectacular locations we've taken the boat for sure. And there's a couple other boats that we've been sailing with also up here, but can you really blame them? I don't think so.
Wow.
How sick's this?
Amazing.
Pretty high.
Yeah.
I don't actually know how high it is, I'd like to know.
Wow. It was peaceful a second ago.
Looks like our ride's just arrived. Bring us up.
On top of the falls here, a chopper's just come by and it's landing. So hopefully they have some scones and jam and cream.
Maybe they'll take us for a spin while their hunters go for a swim.
We enjoyed our first fire on a boat on our friend Tarsi's Warrum, anchored underneath the falls.
Fire in the Kimberleys.
If you like us and you would like to see more of us, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our sailing channel.
Tomorrow morning I'm gonna wake up.
So we've just had a pretty exciting afternoon. A cruise ship has just dropped fresh produce and a carton of freaking Coronas.
We've been in the Kimberley for 7 weeks and I just got a carton of beer. Pretty happy. It was like Christmas.
Oh my
To be
god,
honest-
it's better than Christmas.
honest-
Oh, we're just at the end of Tangaroa Creek, underneath the waterfall.
Had a little Barra Bonanza